Plaintiffs Danielle Baldwin and her son, Sincere Wright, say Danielle is a single mother who lives in the same apartment complex as the defendant and his son. Danielle is suing because she claims the defendant's son pushed Sincere on the ground, causing him to chip his teeth on the cement. Defendants Kenneth Lewis and his son Daryl say on the day of the incident, he took Daryl to apologize to Danielle and Sincere. And instead of talking civilly about the situation, Danielle started screaming at him across the parking lot. Kenneth claims Danielle never asked him for money, so he never paid her anything.
You want to give me some background?
Well, first of all, I'm a single mother, and I'm raising 2 children. The day of the incident, well, we're neighbors. We stay in the same apartment complex. The day of the incident was the first of the year. I was woke up to my son screaming and hollering, and I asked him what happened. You know, he's holding his mouth. My daughter came in after him, and I looked at her and I asked her what happened, because he couldn't speak. She said that he was pushed, and he moved his hands, and I looked at his mouth, and I seen the damage. I instantly got a little upset, a little hysterical, went outside to see who was out there and what was going on. When I get outside, I call an ambulance, because that's my first thing to do as an instinct. They come, they look at his mouth, they start asking him questions. He answers all the questions perfectly. So I asked them to check my blood pressure, because I'm not feeling well. They check me, they say everything's fine. They tell me that I cannot take him to a hospital, that a hospital could not do anything for him, that I would have to take him to a dentist. So the next step was trying to save his teeth.
What did you find out had occurred?
He was pushed, is what my daughter told me when she came in.
To fall,
when she came in the house, she said that he was pushed onto the ground. That's where I was going out to see where it was and what happened.
And the defendant had what to do with it?
The defendant's son had apparently pushed my son from behind and caused him to fall.
Did you speak with him about it?
I talked to the father a little bit briefly that day. He basically told me boys will be boys, and I felt like, no, that's not truthful.
What did he say about the damage to your son's teeth?
He basically didn't say anything to me about the damage to my son's teeth. I addressed him as I'm loading my kids in the car to leave to the hospital or something, a dentist.
But since then, you encountered some medical bills or dental costs. You have that bill? All right, let's see it, please.
Well, I have the initial bill for him getting his teeth fixed temporarily.
Hey, Your Honor?
Yes.
When she addressed me, she didn't address me in the civil tone she's talking right now. She was hollering across the parking lot using a lot of profanity.
I did yell across the parking lot and asked him.
If she'd have called me to talk a little more civil, we could have had a better agreement.
When did she yell across the parking lot at you? Same day?
Same day, yeah.
But you expected to say, hey, honey.
Can I address that? I yelled across and asked him if he had $100 for the emergency visit. He said that, don't you have Medi-Cal? And I said, would I have Medi-Cal is none of your business. I have a share of cost.
That's a lie.
So.
You're right, none of his business. Sir, you tell me what went down.
I was in my house, my baby son come running in. He tell me that Daryl had pushed Sincere down. I went out there and seen Daryl was crying, and he come running in the house after that. So I go out and I immediately tell Daryl, let's go apologize. So I made him apologize. He was crying, his nose was blood and everything. And she was upset, which is, I guess, understandable. And I think I took my son back in the house, and then by that time, when the paramedics came back out, I went back out there when the paramedics had arrived. And they had basically said that there's nothing they can do for him as far as, because they checked him out, they said he's alert, he's okay, they say he needs to see a dentist. So when I heard that, I said, okay, well, let me go back in the house. So I went back in the house, and I think we were getting ready to leave somewhere, and that's when she was leaving the same time I was leaving. That's when she was hollering across the parking lot, telling me about I better have some MF insurance because I'm gonna have to pay for this. And I didn't say nothing about no Medi-Cal. I don't even know nothing about no Medi-Cal.
Okay, have you all discussed the money since?
No.
Ma'am, did you ever discuss?
Well, he
the
never
monies?
come to me and talked to me about the incident. When he made the statement, boys will be boys, and when he said I had Medi-Cal, I assumed that he didn't want to talk to me civilly about this. To me, in my opinion, he's not leading a good example for the children. My children have asked to play with his kids since then, and he refuses to let my children play with his children, which I don't have a problem with. It was an accident that happened, and I want Daryl to know that I'm not mad at him. Accidents happen. That's why we insure our vehicles. In case an accident happens, we can fix that accident. But I'm not upset with the children. Children will be children. But I'm upset with the father not being a parent and an adult and addressing it with me, knowing that I had an issue. He never come to my door and knocked on my door and asked me, do you need any help?
Yeah,
Even
man,
when I
but
yelled across
you
him.
want $5,000 today, and you would think that you would have approached him at some point and said, hey, here are the bills. Could you reimburse me for the bills? Could you pay the bill up front? You didn't do any of that?
Well, Your Honor, he's a big man, and I'm a small woman. And if I have an issue with a man, I'm going to take it to the court.
All right. I see it costs $194, yet you want $5,000.
What was $194?
Take a look.
First of all, I have Medi-Cal right now for my children, but with Obama in presidency and all the laws changing erratically like they are, I don't know that I'm going to have medical insurance for my son in the next couple months or years.
Let's go over that again. Not Obama.
This right
now,
here.
Once again, that you paid or charged $194 for. Once again, how do we get to $5,000? You haven't even asked this man for a dime.
From the judge.
Pardon me?
I mean, there's a statement from the dentist.
That dentist?
Showing that it would cost that in the future.
That
to get
dentist?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see that again. The one I just gave you, just give that back. You gave me some
This
rubber.
is a bill. No, the paper that you need to see is what the doctor wrote out and typed
No, what
out.
I need to see is the bill. You tell me what I need to see. I'm the judge today. I don't know what you're used to, but I'm the judge today. And the bill says you pay $194. And this little thing here that has no real letterhead that says it's going to take $1,100 if and when he needs more teeth. I don't even give it much credibility. $194.87 is your judgment, the cost to repair his teeth. Have a good day.
Well, I'm satisfied with everything. I just feel kind of insulted that she should try to bring this to a situation of talking about how my parenting skills. I mean, I could talk about stuff about her parenting skills. I'm pretty sure everybody can.
I have nothing to say about the matter.